Welcome to the Philippines, the land of smiles, festivals, and wonders. Do you think you already know everything about this country? Get ready to be surprised, because here are 15 fascinating facts about the Philippines that you may have never heard of before. Fact 1: A nation of 7,641 islands. You heard it right. The Philippines is not a country with a contiguous landmass, but a vast archipelago made up of 7,641 islands, stretching like a string of pearls across the Pacific Ocean. This geographical diversity creates an incredibly rich and unique landscape. There are islands so remote that you could walk for hours without encountering a single person. Only the sound of waves crashing and the rustling of coconut trees in the wind. But there are also bustling islands like Cebu or Luzon, home to the capital Manila, where modern, crowded, and vibrant city life thrives. What makes the Philippines stand out is the harmonious blend of pristine nature and a vibrant local culture. Visitors here can dive among vibrant coral reefs, explore coastal caves, or simply relax on endless stretches of powdery white sand while gazing out over crystal clear waters. That's why the Philippines is not just a travel destination, but also an ideal place to heal the soul with the pure beauty of nature. Fact 2: Astonishing linguistic diversity. You'll be surprised to know that more than 100 languages are spoken here. The Philippines is one of the most linguistically diverse countries in the world, with over 170 languages and dialects used across its many regions. What's remarkable is that many of these languages are still used daily in social life, education, and communication within each community, showcasing the richness of the country's cultural and historical heritage. Some widely spoken languages besides Tagalog, which forms the basis of the Filipino language, include Cebuano, Ilocano, Hiligaynon, Waray, Kapampangan, and Chavacano, a rare language blending Spanish and local tongues. Despite this diversity, the Philippines maintains unity in communication and education through its two official languages, Filipino and English. English is taught from elementary school, appears widely in newspapers, television, and signage, making the Philippines one of the best English-speaking nations in Asia. This helps international travelers communicate easily when visiting and also boosts sectors such as tourism, outsourcing, and online education. In today's globalized world, this multilingual ability is a unique competitive advantage for the Filipino people. Fact 3: The 13th most populous country in the world. With over 113 million people, the Philippines is currently the 13th most populous country in the world, and among those with the fastest growing populations in Southeast Asia. This large population not only creates a dynamic domestic market, but also reflects the rich diversity of cultures, regions, and lifestyles spread across the country's 7,000-plus islands. One notable point is that a majority of the Philippine population is under the age of 30, making it one of the youngest countries in Asia in terms of demographic structure. This brings a youthful, abundant workforce that is adaptable to modern technology and helps drive rapid growth in fields like information technology, customer service, online education, and tourism. Additionally, the overseas Filipino community is vast, with millions of workers and professionals living in the United States, Europe, the Middle East, and other Asian countries. These individuals are known as OFWs, overseas Filipino workers. They not only make significant contributions to the national economy through remittances, but also act as cultural bridges between the Philippines and the rest of the world. Fact 4: Palawan, the Pearl Island. Palawan is not just a famous island of the Philippines, it is also known as the Pearl Island of Asia, a precious gem in the heart of the deep blue ocean. Stretching over 400 kilometers in length, Palawan boasts hundreds of pristine beaches, crystal clear waters like cut glass, and vibrant, thriving coral reefs. This is a dreamland for every nature-loving traveler, those who seek adventure and serenity amidst a noisy world. One of the most outstanding destinations in Palawan is El Nido, home to small bays surrounded by towering limestone cliffs, creating scenery that is both majestic and poetic. Meanwhile, the Puerto Princesa underground river, an 8-kilometer-long subterranean river flowing through a limestone cave system, has been recognized by UNESCO as a World Natural Heritage Site. Palawan is also home to hundreds of rare animal and marine species, making it an unmissable destination for environmental researchers and eco-conscious tourists. The beauty of Palawan has been voted by prestigious travel magazines like Condé Nast Traveler and many international organizations as one of the most beautiful islands in the world. And truly, just one visit here will show you exactly why the name Pearl Island is so well deserved. Fact 5. Jeepney, a symbol of transportation. While many countries rely on buses or trains as their main forms of public transportation, in the Philippines, the jeepney reigns as the king of the road. Originally, jeepneys were repurposed from U.S. military jeeps left behind after World War II. The Filipino people ingeniously transformed them into convenient, affordable passenger vehicles, and over time, the jeepney has evolved into more than just transportation. It has become a vibrant, cultural symbol of street life. Each jeepney is a mobile work of art, decorated with bright colors, bold patterns, religious imagery, superheroes, and even scenic landscapes. No two jeepneys are alike. Each one tells its own story, reflecting the personality and pride of its owner. Inside, passengers usually sit facing each other, creating a cozy and friendly atmosphere that mirrors the strong community spirit of the locals. Jeepneys are not just a popular mode of transport, but also a fascinating icon of pop culture. Although the government is currently encouraging modernization of these vehicles to protect the environment, for the Filipino people, the image of the jeepney remains an irreplaceable part of national identity and collective memory. Fact 6. Bohol Island and the tiny tarsier. Located in the central Philippines, Bohol Island is one of the most appealing destinations for nature lovers and those in search of the extraordinary. One of the most striking natural phenomena here is the Chocolate Hills, more than 1,200 cone-shaped hills undulating across the landscape, covered in green grass during the rainy season and turning chocolate brown in the dry season. This creates a one-of-a-kind scene, resembling a giant sea of chocolate. It is one of the world's rare geological wonders, evoking a sense of mystery and charm that leaves visitors in awe. But Bohol is not just about magnificent landscapes, it is also the home of a truly special creature, the tarsier, also known as the tom cc in Vietnamese. The tarsier is the world's smallest primate, small enough to fit in the palm of an adult's hand, with large, round eyes that take up most of its face, giving it a perpetually surprised expression. This animal is extremely sensitive to its environment, usually hiding in dense shrubs and active only at night. Visitors to Bohol can stop by the Tarsier Sanctuary, which is working hard to protect this adorable primate from extinction. To see a tarsier with your own eyes is a rare and enchanting experience, one that feels like stepping into a fairy tale world. Fact 7. A volcanic island in the middle of a lake, located in Batangas province, just a few hours' drive from the capital Manila. Volcano is one of the most unique and spectacular landscapes in the Philippines, a strange geological masterpiece gifted by nature. What makes Taal especially remarkable is that it's not just an ordinary volcano. It's situated on an island, and that island lies in the middle of Taal Lake, one of the country's largest lakes. But that's not all. Inside the crater of the volcano is a small lake, and within that lake is yet another tiny island, forming an incredibly rare system of island in a lake on an island in a lake found almost nowhere else in the world. Taal is one of the most active volcanoes in the Philippines, with dozens of eruptions recorded throughout history. However, during its peaceful periods, it becomes an ideal destination for nature lovers and adventure seekers. You can take a boat across the lake, then ride horseback up to the crater, where a vast landscape unfolds like another world. The combination of majestic scenery, unique geological phenomena, and thrilling adventure makes Taal Volcano not just a natural wonder, but also a symbol of the power and mysterious beauty of the Philippine archipelago. Fact 8. Reverse tsunami, a rare phenomenon. You'll be surprised to hear this. Unlike typical tsunamis that follow undersea earthquakes and create massive waves that sweep everything away from the shore, a reverse tsunami is a phenomenon in which the seawater suddenly rises and rushes inland, almost without any warning signs. This phenomenon has been recorded in several coastal areas of the Philippines, especially on islands directly affected by unusual geological and meteorological activity in the Pacific region. What makes this phenomenon particularly notable is its rare and unpredictable nature. Instead of the water receding from the shore before the tsunami hits, as in normal cases, a reverse tsunami causes the sea level to abruptly rise, leaving people with no time to prepare or evacuate. The lack of clear patterns and the influence of geographical factors such as narrow bays, deep ocean trenches, or underwater volcanoes have made this phenomenon a challenging subject of study for international scientists. Though rarely occurring, reverse tsunamis serve as a powerful reminder of nature's unpredictable strength. They are also a reason why the Philippines places strong emphasis on early warning systems, community disaster education, and significant investment in strategies to protect coastal residents. Strange geological events like this contribute to making the Philippines both fierce and fascinating in an extraordinary way. Fact 9. The tradition of hot springs. Blessed by nature with a rich volcanic landscape, the Philippines is home to countless natural hot springs stretching from north to south. These warm mineral waters not only provide a wonderfully relaxing experience for the body, but are also believed by locals and visitors alike to have healing properties, such as relieving aches and pains, improving blood circulation, rejuvenating the skin, and detoxifying the body. One of the most famous spots is Tiwi Hot Springs in Albay, where you can soak amidst majestic mountain scenery in steaming warm water under the open sky. Another popular destination is Puning Hot Springs in Pampanga, located right at the foot of Mount Pinatubo, which is also beloved for its mud baths and natural therapy services in the middle of the wilderness. For centuries, Filipinos have used hot springs as a traditional form of healthcare. No need for luxurious spas, just a warm pool, a quiet afternoon, and a veil of misty steam, and you'll feel as if all your stress and fatigue are being washed away. Fact 10. The largest Catholic nation in Asia. You might not know this. The Philippines is the only country in Asia where the majority of the population follows Roman Catholicism, with about 85% of Filipinos practicing the faith. Catholicism is not just a religious belief, it has become the foundation of Filipino culture, moral values, and community life over the past centuries. This influence dates back to the Spanish colonial period, 1565 to 1898, during which Catholicism was widely propagated across the islands. Today, when you set foot in the Philippines, you'll easily come across centuries-old churches built in the 16th and 17th centuries, with architecture that blends strong European influences with unique local characteristics. Churches such as San Agustin in Manila, Basilica del Santo Niño in Cebu, and Maega Church in Iloilo are not only places of worship, but also precious cultural and historical heritage sites. Religion also lives vibrantly through colorful religious festivals, such as the Sinulog Festival, the Feast of the Black Nazarini, or Flores de Mayo, where millions of people gather in major cities to parade, pray, and celebrate their faith together. The atmosphere during these events is not only sacred but also festive, rich in community spirit, and full of joy. This strong faith has helped Filipinos maintain an optimistic and cheerful spirit in all circumstances, from natural disasters to economic hardship. Fact 11. Beaches of mesmerizing beauty. When it comes to tropical paradise, the Philippines consistently ranks among the top in the world, with beaches so beautiful they seem surreal, where the sand is as fine as powder, the water crystal clear like glass, and the untouched natural landscapes take your breath away. Among them, three of the most famous names that every traveler should know are Boracay, El Nido, and Siargao, each possessing its own unique charm, but all leaving unforgettable impressions. Boracay, a small island with worldwide fame, enchants visitors with white beach, featuring powdery white sand, calm seas, and endlessly glowing red sunsets. It is the perfect destination for those who enjoy relaxing, light water sports, and a lively nightlife scene. El Nido, located on Palawan Island, is a haven for explorers. With towering limestone cliffs, hidden coves, and vibrant coral reefs, this place feels like a fairy tale world nestled in the ocean. Whether snorkeling, kayaking, or simply watching the sunrise over majestic scenery, El Nido offers an experience that is both adventurous and deeply tranquil. Siargao, a favorite spot for surfers around the globe, is famous for Cloud 9, one of the world's premier surfing destinations. But Siargao is more than just waves. It also has emerald lagoons, hidden lakes and palm forests, and a local island culture full of tropical flavor. It's the diversity and pristine condition of these beaches that make the Philippines an unmissable destination for every beach lover. Fact 12. The vibrant Sinulog Festival. If you want to feel the vibrant pulse of Filipino culture and religious devotion, the Sinulog Festival in Cebu City is absolutely an experience not to be missed. It is one of the largest and most famous festivals in the country, held annually in January to honor Santo Niño, the child Jesus, a symbol of Filipino faith since the Spanish colonial era. The festival lasts for an entire week, reaching its climax on the third Sunday of the month, when millions of locals and tourists gather in Cebu to join grand street parades, perform the traditional Sinulog dance, and marvel at spectacular fireworks that light up the night sky. The name Sinulog comes from the Cebuano language, describing a rhythmic, flowing movement, an element of the signature dance, with hands raised high, swaying in time with the beating drums. More than just a religious ritual, Sinulog is a cultural celebration full of Filipino identity, where people dress in colorful costumes, transform into traditional or modern characters, and dance through the streets to the sound of lively music. Dance contests, parade float competitions, food fairs, and countless community events make the atmosphere electric and full of excitement. Fact 13. Rich in endemic wildlife. As an isolated archipelago in the Pacific Ocean, the Philippines boasts an incredibly diverse and unique ecosystem, with one of the highest rates of endemic animal species in the world. There are hundreds of creatures found exclusively in this country and nowhere else on Earth, making the Philippines a living treasure trove for nature lovers, researchers, and wildlife photographers. One of the most adorable and famous representatives is the tarsier, the world's smallest primate, small enough to fit in the palm of your hand with its signature round, wide eyes. But aside from the tarsier, the Philippines is also home to extremely rare species such as the Philippine eagle, the largest bird of prey in Asia, considered a national treasure, as well as coral butterflyfish, black-backed clownfish, banded sea krites, and countless vibrant marine creatures found in the country's stunning coral reefs. Many areas such as the Palawan rainforests, Dansal Bay, Apo Reef, and national parks like the Tubata Reefs have been recognized by UNESCO as World Natural Heritage Sites, highlighting the global importance of the ecosystems here. However, due to urbanization pressures and climate change, many of these rare animals are at risk of extinction, making biodiversity conservation a top national priority. Fact 14. Towering coconut trees and a thriving coconut industry. You'll be truly amazed when standing here. In the Philippines, the coconut tree is not just a symbol of the tropics, it's an essential part of the country's culture, livelihood, and economy. Across the islands from Luzon to Mindanao, you can easily find rows of towering coconut trees basking in the sun, with trunks reaching more than 20 meters tall, casting shade over beaches and village farmlands. Locals even refer to the coconut as the tree of life, because nearly every part of it has a valuable use. The Philippines is currently one of the world's largest coconut exporters, supplying millions of tons of coconuts annually to international markets. From fresh coconut water, coconut meat, and virgin coconut oil, to high-value products like natural cosmetics, health supplements, and traditional medicines, the coconut industry has become a vital pillar of agriculture, providing jobs and income for millions of farmers. Beyond its economic role, the coconut is closely tied to Filipino life through cuisine, architecture, and traditional medicine. Coconut leaves are used to thatch roofs, the wood for building materials, and coconut water is considered a natural detox drink, rich in minerals and commonly found in street food dishes. Fact 15. A culinary fusion of East and West. Filipino cuisine is a journey full of surprises where you can taste a harmonious blend of cultures, from indigenous Austronesian roots to Spanish, Chinese, American, Malay, and even Japanese influences. Each dish is not just food, it's a piece of history, memory, and creativity passed down through generations. One of the national dishes is adobo, chicken or pork marinated in soy sauce, vinegar, garlic, and pepper, then slowly stewed until tender, rich, and aromatic. It's easy to cook, delicious, and considered the soul of the Filipino family meal. Then there's sinigang, a sour soup made from tamarind, tomatoes, or native fruits, featuring a refreshing tang balanced with vegetables and meat or seafood, perfect for hot days. You also can't forget lechon, whole roasted pig with crispy golden skin and tender, juicy meat, often seen at festivals, weddings, or special occasions. It carries strong Spanish roots, but has been localized and turned into a symbol of Filipino celebration. Additionally, you'll find dishes like pancit stir-fried noodles influenced by Chinese cuisine, American-style hamburgers and hot dogs, or halo halo, a colorful dessert of shaved ice, condensed milk, beans, jellies, and ice cream. All of these create a vibrant flavor symphony that's both familiar and unique, leaving anyone who tries it wanting more. Filipino food isn't just something to eat, it's something to share, connect, and tell stories with, stories of origin, people, and land. Every dish is a journey, full of flavor, emotion, and cultural depth. The Philippines is a perfect blend of modern and traditional, of nature and humanity. A land full of surprises, waiting for you to explore. If you enjoyed these fascinating facts, please like, subscribe, and share the video so you don't miss out on our next amazing journeys. Thank you for watching.